Good morning to one and all. I am Danial Ashok, second year trainee of tool making and digital manufacturing from NTTF MNTC. Today, I am going to talk about my shop talk. My shop talk topic is slip gauge. So, let's see what we can learn or have knowledge about slip gauge. So now we are going to talk about my content. What I'm going to tell or what I'm going to express about my topic and what I'm to go want to show about this instrument. Let us see my content. Introduction, history, material which is used to make the slip gauge, least count, least count, advantages, disadvantages, and conclusion. We will learn all of this contents. Introduction about slip gauge. Gauge block is also known as gauge block, Johnson's gauge, slip gauge, or Joe block are the system to produce specific lengths. As we as we can see here, I have underlined the word product producing precision length. So what we are going to learn about this slip gauge is precision length. So if we want to do machining according to the precise and accurate machining or else accurate any work material, so it should be very precise like 0.001 least count. So this is the best instrument that we are going to learn about, that is slip gauge. Now, let's talk about the history of the slip gauge. As we know, every instrument or every machine has the history. So, let's now talk about the history of slip gauge. Gauge blocks were invented in 1896 by the Swedish mechanist Carl Edward Johansson. Gauge blocks are main means of the length standardization used by industries. Why we are specifically written here industries? Because most of time this instruments is used in industries. As we know, they are reference for calibrating measuring equipment used in machines, shops, and micrometers. For example, micrometers, sine bar, calipers, and digital dial indicators. As we learn, all these things are very precise. As we, if you can see in the micrometer or vernier, we have the least count of 0.001 or else 0.002 in the vernier caliper. How can be this so precise? So with the help of slip gauge, this all material is a reference. So we can learn how precise uh, is this instrument so precise. That's why this is called slip gauge with the accuracy and least count of 0.001. Now we can see the material of the slip gauge. Standard gauge blocks are made of hardened steel alloy. So why this is made in hardened steel alloy? So I am going to tell you why. Because why? If we learn in the further topic when I am going to say, it will prefer as wear resistant. So if we harden anything, so it can be wear resistance and it could be friction resistance, everything that it could have a long last tool. So that's why we are going to learn ahead. So let's see ahead. While calibrated gauge blocks are often made of tungsten, carbide, chromium, uh, chromium carbide, and ceramic because they are hardened and wearless. So as I said, these things are hardened and wearless. So why these things are hardened and wearless? Because we have to use again and again. So it helps to prevent the instrument to be wear resistant, that it could protect itself and can be used again and again. Now we are going to say, as I said, now we are going to say talk about least count. The smallest least count is this gauge. So as we know, this least count is 0.001. So here is a small example. In this lengthy topic, we could learn many things, but I'll give you one smallest example that you can refer easily. for a 10 mm, if you check a 10 slip gauge, it will show you 9.999 or else 10.001. So this is the least count and this is the precise measuring and length instrument. So as we know, as I have written here, I'll read it according to it. A small number of gauge blocks can be used to create accurate length. So as we know, it can be create accurate length. It is used for creating accurate length. So as I said, it is a precise measuring instrument. So we could know that, okay, with a wide range, by using three of this block, we could make about the 30 sets of block, one creating of the thousandth length from 3 mm 3.00 mm to 3.99 mm in 0.001 mm steps. So this shows the precision of this instrument as you have seen here. Next, most of the students or people why would say why we want to use this. This is for using of to know and using of micrometers like precise measurement instrument. Now, if I'll give you one small example for this. If we have 25 to 50 micrometer, so how could you know if that is 25 correct and exact precise measurement? So if we take a small slip gauge of 25 and we measure it by this micrometer, if that micrometer stops in 25.00, that time we can know that that is correct and precise measurement of this micrometer, or else we could find the error of this micrometer in 25 Let us see the advantages of slip gauge. As I have given the list of advantages, let's see one by one. First of all, in advantages, there is also written that it is used in industries and laboratories. So, universally, it is accepted in standard length. Universally, it is accepted in standard length. So, every standard, this is a standard organization method where wherever you go in the world, you will get a single standard method. So, we can't get confused in any of the measurements. Uh, they are directly precise measurement accuracy for the work precise and being measured in high. So as I said, measured in high. So we know, as I said, the least count 0.001. So it is measured in high. If we want that much of precise instrument, this is the one of the best instrument, slip gauge. They are used highly magnification and comparative to establish the size of gauge block. So, as we know, highly magnified size, like highly precise, accurate, and etc. sizes. So, this all sizes can be measured in slip gauge. As you know, now everything has advantages. So, let's see the disadvantages of this slip gauge. Range is limited. So, as you can see, further, I will show the photo of the slip gauge. So everything is on the standard length. As you can see in this photo, there is no much size of bigger. If I set a bigger workpiece in my machine, so I couldn't get the precise length, because the if I take a 200 or a 300 workpiece, that time I couldn't set by this accuracy machining accordingly. So this has a small error, because this kind of a slip gauge is small enough that we couldn't set in bigger lengths. A large number of moving is limited accurately due to the friction of the become a sensitive vibration. This is the one of the main point. According to the vibration of this machining and all, this could get in the frictional error. Every instrument has this negativity point. Why? Because we don't know how feed and how depth is given according to this workpiece. So this could create more friction, and this could get wear out due to the vibration and sensitivity of the higher inertia. So see this photo carefully, because it has many of these things. As you can see, mm's, lengths, and different kinds of measuring. different kinds of measurements, you can keep it accurately, which can help you in the further. Thank you. If you have any questions or doubts or any queries, please comment and know how the video was. Thank you.